Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Lost like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Lost a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us, and the legendary Shaquille O'Neal sitting alongside. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Scotty Brooks has been around as long as the Oklahoma City Thunder have been around in terms of the head coaching position there. He's part of the DNA of that team, isn't he?
He is. He's a fighter, and he was that way when he played in the NBA. And, you know, I think his mentality rubs off on the players. What I like about him is he treats his players fair. It's always level with his whole roster. Players love that, Ernie.
That does it from the 2K Sports studio. We'll see you next time.
It's time. Everybody welcome the Oklahoma City Thunder starting 5. At center, 6'10" from Clifton Jails in high school in Beaumont, Texas. Number 5, Kendrick Perkins. Starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 15, Reggie Jackson. At forward, 6'10" from the Congo, number 9, Serge Ibaka. And at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0, Russell Westbrook. At forward, 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant. Scott Brooks is your head coach.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. You look at Sacramento, they don't have a lot of great things going on right now, losing their first 6 to start the season.
And we thought coming into this season that this club might have some holes, and unfortunately for them, that's been pretty much the case. Now it's a matter of can you plug them up and can you gain some momentum as a club and kind of turn things around.
Well, Steve, you know I'm ever optimistic. So I'm going to look on the bright side. At least they've identified what needs to be corrected early in the season, and then they've got plenty of time to get things fixed.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Kings. Up front is Thompson and Cousins. McLemore is out there with Collison. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Kings ball. And Sacramento has possession. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And, you know, coming down the stretch in that game, they didn't have all the guys they would have liked on the floor because of the foul trouble they were in.
And as a result, Steve, they had to back down a little bit so they wouldn't get themselves into even more foul trouble.
Last season, Darren Collison again backing up Chris Paul at point guard, Clark, and like he had in New Orleans, and again had to step in when CP3 went down with injury.
And you know, Chris Paul joked that Collison might be bad luck for him, but it was really fortunate for the Clippers. They had a quality backup in Collison ready to fill in when Paul went down with the injury.
And here are the Kings now. Here's Gay. And Westbrook pulls it down.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Durant, the pass to Ibaka. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Well, with Russell Westbrook missing time last season with his knee problems, Kevin Durant had to step up his game, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
And Kevin, you know, he responded with a historic MVP season, a career high in scoring and assists, all while cutting his rate of turnovers and shooting with remarkable efficiency.
McLemore, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. A runner, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Jackson.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And Sacramento has possession, trailing by 2.
And Durant last season with the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in over a decade. He got to 12 in a row and only stopped his streak because they were blowing out the Nets on the road in the fourth quarter, and they decided to rest him. Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Perkins with a screen on Collison. Westbrook dishes to Perkins. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Cams the shot from the wing. Durant's got 6 points.
And you look at the incredible numbers for Durant last season. How about this? I mean, the first player since MJ, Michael Jordan, back in '92 to average over 30 points and 5 assists. Wow. While shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, you talk about historic seasons. That's some tall cotton to be hanging out in there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Nice D from Cousins.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Collison kicks to Thompson. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Thompson's got his second basket. Durant against Gay. There's the triple. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here comes Collison. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns.
Oh, get it! Watch out now. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Shot to stop the run, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
This Tuesday night, November 11th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Make sure to catch it.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Thunder trailing by 3.
Only 11 road wins for the Kings last year. And with that number as your road win total, hard to play 500 basketball.
We've got Nick Collison, Jeremy Lamb out there with Anthony Morrow. Then there's Perry Jones. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Landry with the screen. The wide open look here for Terry. And a miss there on the triple. That 11 road wins was the second lowest total in the Western Conference last year. And Steve really sunk the Kings.
Yeah, you know, often it seemed like the Kings defense would let down and the other team would just get on a roll, and basically the Kings would fold over. It's a young team, so they've got to play with some resolve to get road wins in the NBA.
Here's McCallum after Perry Jones's score for 3. Shot by Terry, no good. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Lamb, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Here's McCallum. 8 points his last outing. Doubled by Collison. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Second, the Thunder.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kendrick Perkins is checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. Kevin Durant's checked in for Perry Jones. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant, the league MVP last season, and that was certainly a goal of his. He said he wanted to be the greatest player in the world, that he'd do everything in his power to achieve exactly that. Now all that remains is winning a title. He knows that's an elite fraternity, the players who've won titles and league MVP. Can he do it, Kevin?
And he knows it takes a team to win it all, Doris. Thanks. Here's Stauskas. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Evans, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for Durant, he said, Clark, he wants to crack that 50 greatest list when it's all said and done.
Kevin Durant has already done that in my mind, but he has a chance to be in that top 10 conversation if he maintains his level of play and consistency. Championships are important, and he knows that, but he's on that list already for me.
That's high praise. And then Durant with the dunk.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And McCallum kicks to Landry. Now here's Terry. He's covered closely. Pass to Stauskas. Landry, a screen on Durant. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Thunder with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that one. It just seemed out of whack. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling to me why they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. Didn't make any good adjustments there.
Here's Westbrook. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Grizzlies. He was a non-factor. Durant drawing the double team. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Right side Durant. The 15-footer. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Kings trail by 8. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and McCallum kicks to Terry. Here's Stauskas. The three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
It's Durant on the wing. He's got 16. Feeds to Lamb. Back to Westbrook. Kicks it to Durant. Here's Lamb. tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. It's tipped. Staskis rejected by Perkins. They get it back. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Thunder out in front, up by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you obviously found your rhythm offensively. Tell us how you've gotten into that groove.
Well, I'm just playing off of my teammates. They're doing a great job of penetrating and kicking. And I'm not trying to force anything. I'm playing my game with an offense, and shots are starting to fall for me.
Kevin, thank you so much. Always a humble superstar, guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
On the floor for Sacramento. Up front, it's Thompson and Cousins. McLemore is out there with Collison. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Gay. Gay sets the pick for Collison. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Cousins, the pass to Collison. Drills it from outside. Collison's got the first field goal of the second half for the Kings. The Thunder with the lead.
Well, great season for DeMarcus Cousins last year, and an interesting story. His owner asked his countrymen to stuff the ballot box for Cousins so that he could be in the starting 5 of the All-Star game. Didn't quite work out, but he still had a terrific campaign.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Collison, following the score by Oklahoma City. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And Clark for DeMarcus Cousins, he came up short in the voting, still waiting for his first All-Star appearance after he wasn't selected as a reserve either.
Well, Kevin, with the strides he made last year and the way he's found areas to improve in each summer, you have to think it won't be long, just a matter of time before he gets that All-Star.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in.
Well, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Here's Durant. It's hauled in by the Kings. Gay's got his 3rd rebound tonight. McLemore dishes to Thompson. And McLemore kicks to Collison. Gay outside. Cousins with a screen on Durant. Gay with it. Guarded now by Jackson. For the lead. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Collison. Collison's got 4 assists now tonight. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Durant. Here's Ibaka. Outside for Durant. And that one is stuck right through. Clark, 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
So it's Sacramento now. The Thunder making the shot. Cousins with a screen for Collison. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
There was a lot to like on that play.
Lammy's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And a change for the Kings. Landry's checked in. Back to Durant. Dishes it to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Collison kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Durant. Back to Collison. To the wing right side. He kicks it to McLemore. Cousins trying to free himself up. A second chance effort. That's good. And the Kings lead by 1.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
There have been a number of nicknames floated around for Kevin Durant. Everything from the simple KD to the Durantula. But the internet came up with a good one for him last season during his hot streak, calling him the Slim Reaper. I like them all, though.
Jason Terry is checked in for Darren Collison. You know, one of the nicknames, guys, that came out regarding Durant was the Slim Reaper, and it caught on pretty quickly. Durant was only lukewarm to it, which is typical of Kevin. Didn't want to bring a lot of attention to himself. Steve, if I remember, he said he just prefers KD. Am I right? Or the servant?
Yeah, that's right. The servant he talked about, which reminded me of Tony Kukoc's old nickname, the waiter. But it tells you everything you need to know about Durant. He prefers to be known from a moniker that serves others rather than glorifies himself. That's Durant.
For Sacramento, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And the Kings making a change here. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And here is Adams. Now here's Durant. Gets it off. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
The NBA season blasts off. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against the Milwaukee Bucks this Tuesday, 7:30 Central Time.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. We've got Perry Jones, Nick Collison out there with Adams. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Morrow in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
This has been a terrific contest up to this point, and I would guess it's going to stay this way all the way to the end. Great matchup.
Probably so. Neither team wants to give an inch.
This is what his team needs right now. Solid scoring opportunities. And he's manufacturing it whenever they need it most.
The dish now to Gay. Count the bucket. And the Kings lead by 2.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, they're cruising now, really looking to add to this lead, and this has been a clinic, Clark.
Kicks it out to Jones. Outside Westbrook. Clock at 6. Again, the Thunder score.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. Durant's checked in for Perry Jones. And it's Lamb in there for Anthony Morrow. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Now here's Gay. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
Oklahoma City trailing. And here is Durant. Pass to Perkins. Durant dishes to Westbrook. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they have. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Sacramento. Now here's Cousins, and stolen by Perkins. And Westbrook, here we go. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. A beautiful reverse layup. And now it's a 3-point Thunder lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Westbrook. Inside to Perkins. Stolen by Thompson. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way.
We're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
Westbrook against Collison. And stolen by Perkins. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Gay with no one around. Sacramento again missing. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The Thunder have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6.
He was just waiting for his chance to make a play, and as soon as the pass was made, he got it. Great steal.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
It's like they're stunned. They don't know what to think.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Stolen by Westbrook. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Here's Collison. Now here's McLemore outside. Misses there. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, this game, a tight one and perhaps a little bit more closely contested than people expected. Was this the sort of game that you were anticipating?
Well, everybody's going to bring their best against us. And we just try to come out here and play hard every possession. We had some mishaps and slip-ups, but I think did a good job of bouncing back.
Kevin, thank you so much. Guys, always a challenge in the NBA. Back to you at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.